up, beautiful people? This is Pretty Girl Love Trap content. What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap content. I hope you guys are having a beautiful morning. And yes, we are going to discuss Power Book to Go Season 3, Episode 6. Whew, child, they stressed me out just a little bit. This was a pretty good episode. Before we get into it, let me see who's up in here. I see you, Daria. Hey, Kara K. DeMarcus, Kim Cunningham, good morning. Jacoby, excuse me, guys. Stephen Harris, Mr. Jones, Samira, Mr. Jones, what's up? How y'all doing today? HFG, how are y'all? I appreciate y'all coming through on this lovely morning. Okay, hope you had some good breakfast. Whatever y'all do in the morning, okay? Let's make sure we're doing, your girl a little favor, okay? Just make sure you like this video, subscribe, share. Let's have fun in the chat. Let's have fun in the comments, if you're watching a replay, of course, all right? But yes, let's get into it, guys, because it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Let's see here. One moment. Let's see. Oh, Lord. I was quite proud. I was quite proud of Tariq on some level for certain things. And we're going to discuss the other things. But let's start from the beginning. All right. So, Monet, I don't understand this. Okay. So, you mean to tell me you go down to identify your husband's body and there's no sign of grief? Is this as if you hated the man? We know you hated him, but dang, put on a little show, a little something for the DEA. What are we doing here? And is this even like a DEA situation? Don't get me wrong, I don't know all the things about parameters and jurisdiction when it comes to the alphabets, but why is she with the DEA in terms of viewing his body? I don't know, but we see Blanca back there. We see Angie's, we're going to say nephew for now, because, there are some theories about that. But I'm like, this is an interesting situation, okay? Because, of course, Jenny and Blanca and Sex are the only law enforcement attorneys around, okay? And she was like, yeah, that's him. I was like, dang, Monet, I understand there's stages of grief, okay? But girl, can we get one little thug tear? Jesus Christ, this was a little extreme, but okay. What's up, Ronald Cameron? You said we need a Pretty Girl Love Strap content versus Brillo rematch. He don't want no smoke. I come with facts, okay? Facts and examples, okay? He don't do all that. Shout out to Brillo. Good morning, Big Wolf. How are you? DeMarcus said Monet was looking at Lorenzo like Ghost and Tommy were looking at Kane, and that's facts. Yes, I see that too. Yeah, I saw that DeMarcus' past son is with Blanca, child. Oh, Lord. And I'm sure he's going to be just as annoying. All right. What's up, David Williams? Big Wolf, you said, yeah, I had a good breakfast with pancakes, sausage links, cheese, eggs, and coffee. And OJ, God, dog, I'm over here just with the little waffles. Had you a good little spread. I've been craving some shrimp and grits, but I don't think I'm going to make all that. Me and the fam going to go out for lunch later, so we going to see. So Monet individually calls the kids about Papi, okay? Drew little love sick behind. He over there drawing Gordo. Okay, I guess that hand working better. Okay, and we see Diana. She over there throwing that thing in a circle with good old assalamu alaikum. I said, okay, Diana. Okay, seems like she enjoying it. So maybe maybe he good for something, child. I don't know. She just lost her virginity, so she don't have too much experience. But I'm like, okay, go off, Diana. And then we see Kane. Okay, he's having a good old poker game, and so they're slowly introducing Kane and poker and gambling. So I'm paying attention because I know they're not putting this in there for a reason. So I'm trying to figure out how exactly they're going to reveal, this poker thing that he's into. Like, is he going to get into some type of debt? Is he going to, try to expand the business by doing illegal gambling? We saw that in Original Power with Dre and Tommy. Like, is this going to be a situation where, there's a setup involved? So I don't know. I am peeping and keeping note that we're slowly seeing Kane in his gambling situation. Okay. Good morning, Monica M. How are you? So we see at the Tejada house, Monet, very coldly was like, I need y'all help with the funeral. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't mean, get me wrong. I am definitely a member of the Keep It Real Foundation. Okay. But geez, like, can you at least act like a little sad? And then we know it's Monet. So we know, she a little, rough and tough without the Afro puffs. We get it. But girl, this is your husband. This is Poppy. Oh, Lord. And of course, Drew, well, word on the street, the Russians did it. I said, Drew, what street you talking about? Sesame Street? Because we know you ain't really got your ear to no streets like that. It's like, stop playing, Drew. You just want to shoot somebody, okay? That's all you want to do. I'm just aggravated. And of course, Kane was like, nah, bruh, that don't make sense. And if it does make sense, that's your plan. So that's on you. And of course, Monet was like, well, we're going to wait till we get proof. We want to, go, too deep into it, without any real proof. Okay. And of course, Drew upset. He runs out. Diana runs behind him. So that leaves Kane and Monet at the table. And Kane was like, I'm tired of the BS. I'm tired of BS. I'm about to confront my mama about my daddy, okay? And he was like, yo, like, I know you was getting a little suspicious when it came to Poppy. Like, what's up? She was like, oh, what you trying to say? I killed my husband at 20-something years. He's like, shit, I don't know. I said, thank you for keeping it real, Kane. Thank you for keeping it real because your mama crazy. She raised you for God's sakes. And that's sad to really think your mom is that crazy. Or to know your mom is that crazy that she will pop a cap in her husband. Kane know what's up, and I appreciate that. And so she was like, don't go over there tripping, because if I was really over there, putting plays on your daddy, that means you next. So it's a good thing I didn't kill your daddy. I said, oh, Monet, are we doing things like that? So she hands him Lorenzo's, life. I'm about to say life support, life insurance information as documents. Say, hey, I need you to step up since daddy's gone. I need you to make sure, this money stays clean. It's time for you to, learn some responsibility. He was like, dang, that's supposed to be a Diana thing. She was like, no, I want you to do it. And then she proceeds to tell him, well, you need to chill out with this whole accusation you got against me in regard to your daddy, okay? Because we know you're done behind, always getting 2 and 2 and 5. I said, oh, this is the same very man you just handed documents of your husband's life insurance to handle. So stop with the games and manipulation mode. Like, don't do that. Don't give me a responsibility as if I got some sense, then turn around and tell me I don't have no sense when it comes to the truth that you trying to hide. Like, stop playing with us, Monet, with the manipulation. See, I'm tired of this. You would never hear Monet talk to Zeke like this. Ever. Her golden child. But go off, Monet. I'm over you. I am over you. What's up, Rainy J? Rainy, you say Kane like to gamble, so do I. Ain't nothing wrong with a little gambling, here and there. I faithfully every week. my uncle checking up on me because he be a numbers game. Y'all don't know, there's an illegal number situation. He be calling me and he's like, I got your numbers in. I was like, all right, get my numbers in. I do play a little, Powerball Mega Million once in a blue moon, you know what I'm saying? But I don't let it overcome me. Okay. That's the extra. Make sure the bills and the savings is straight before I go ahead to the gas station and put in my numbers. Oh gosh. Yes, DeMarcus, Monet is definitely underestimating Kane. Ronald Cameron, you said that life insurance policy could come back to bite Monet once the truth comes out. Yeah, and the fact that we gonna have that mixed up in the Weston and them. Yeah. I ain't calling Weston Holdings no more. It's called Weston and them. That's gonna be a problem. So Marcus, why are you making me say all this? Manipulating, murdering, mistake making, Monet. Say that 5 times, okay? Say that 5 times. I don't like to say M's back to back unless it's money making Mitch, okay? Shout out to Paid in Full. But them Tejadas is a lot, okay? Let's move on, Lord, to Davis and them. So, I don't know why. It'd be hilarious when he be sunning Sax. He'd be like, Sax! Like, dang, we got no intercom service? Like, Jesus, I know he got an extension, down his extension. Like, why we got to do all that? This supposed to be a nice, reputable, respectable office. You over here yelling at Sax. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of here for it, I'm kind of here for it. So, of course, he tells, Davis, well, you heard about Lorenzo Tejada? And I'm like, Davis, you slipping. I mean, I would think, you have notifications on your phone for anything Tejada related, but okay, let me just say you had a rough morning, okay? So, he was like, dang, I ain't hear about, Lorenzo. I'll check in on the fam. I'm like, see, Davis is tired of these people. I know Davis is tired. He liked the money, but at some point he was like, man, Monet, you have to find somebody else to do it. I'm tired. Y'all got Davis running around the city. I'm tired for him. So he was like, anything, he asked and checked on his brother. And I'm like, Sax, did you do what you need to do? Did you file that paperwork? Because you over here worried about Lauren and Jenny. You need to be following up with this case. So apparently Theo ain't doing too well. So they're trying to expedite his release. And he was like, do you know anybody, in the DA office or what have you, that can assist with expediting this? And so, we put a pause on that. Meanwhile, Stansfield, Effie over there, taking a shower, washing away all her sins. And Tariq all mean mugging and whatnot. She sensed like, something's up with him. So she was like, what's up, boo? Like, what's going on? Talk to me. So he was like, nothing, I'm chilling. So she goes on her phone. She finds out about Lorenzo. And of course, Tariq was like, oh, shoot. So he gets up with a sense of urgency because, we are all selling the drugs and somebody has died. So he was like, I got to go. So she was like, you sure? Are you sure you ain't know nothing about this? Because, he did leave a room last night. Okay, we already know what his daddy used to do all the time. Be running out and sneaking out at night and committing the murders, okay? He was like, nah, I just, I'm a little distracted. She was like, oh, because it looked like you seen a ghost. I was like, okay, I guess that's cute, writers, to put that in there, all right? And so, he was like, I'm going to go ahead and handle some business before class. But I'm like, excuse the hell out of me. What's up, Jay Tucker? You said Big Wolf K knows, but he's going to find out what exactly took out. Oh, yes, they're going to find out. Monica M, you said, if you listen to their conversation, Kane was telling Monet that he knows what she did to Lorenzo. Monet let him know she knows he knew what Lorenzo did. Yeah, it's a lot. Monet just she ain't the brightest crayon in the bunch. I'm just saying, okay? So Lauren, she wakes up in her nice little bougie fluffy pillows in her own bed. And so I'm like, okay, all right, we got the family going on. We cool. We back to old times, just for a little bit. But apparently, she got home last night, but nobody was there. So she hears the door and she's like, oh, mommy, daddy, is that you? I was like, first of all, Lauren, you're supposed to be dead. You can't be springing up your alive self down the stairs like that. You would have gave your parents a real heart attack coming through that door, and they would have been dead, like you would have been, okay? Like, you can't be doing that. You got to ease on in, let them settle in. Maybe, call them on their cell phone. Like, I don't know really how you tell your parents that you alive when they think you dead, but running down the steps calling their name when they come in the house ain't it for me, okay? You just gonna have to ease that in. That ain't no easy pill to swallow, more. I'm gonna need you to figure it out. Whew, child. Imagine me thinking somebody dead and they coming down the steps saying my name. What? I'm passing out. And y'all know I got asthma. I would have been dead. But it's actually Jenny coming through the door. I said, what? How you get through the door, Jenny? So apparently she got keys because she sent Lauren's parents away for their protection. I'm like, Jesus, Jenny, you got this. You really got this whole family in the mix. But she got the house still, just trying to, keeping it up for their cover. I'm like, Lord, you got these people in Windsec or something. Do your family got another vacation home they at? Because I just feel like you doing all this, and this ain't really sanctioned with your boss in them. Like, Jenny, you going down, girl. You going down. Like, you doing way too much. Like, these people probably had to quit their job. Like, I can't wait till she get her day. I cannot wait till she is obsessed. She is obsessed. This is a lot. And you coming through the front door. Come through the back door. There's a damn secret. Don't be coming through the front door like you own the place. What we doing? Oh, God. Hey, Jacoby said, Jenny thinks she really protected people, but making things worse. Exactly. Like, girl, calm down. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it did look like a dream, Rainy J. Jay Tucker, you said, but they think she with the feds. Facts. Oh, my God. I wish they had like a ring camera so they could see. Is that Lauren? Oh, we need to see about our baby. What's going on? DeMarcus said Lauren's parents aren't that smart either. Child, they was messy. Remember that little dinner they had with Jabari and Carrie? Mm-hmm. Hey, Kara K, you said, I hope Effie doesn't try to snitch and say Tariq killed Lorenzo when she get caught, when in fact he was with Lauren. That would be interesting. That's definitely an option. You said, Jacoby, I guess if the feds say you're in danger, you're supposed to go along with it, at least in the power world. That's facts. So, speaking of Tariq and Effie, they in class, and of course they're not arriving together. He was like, I want to take you someplace tomorrow. You free? So she thinking it's a cute little date. And I'm like, Tariq, what you got up your sleeve, little boy? What you got up your sleeve? So she, just a little smiling, a little happy. So they have, a good conversation in the classroom about the truth and who determines it, and doesn't even matter. So they have some great things to say. Of course, every time Effie says something, he got to follow up with a question. Of course, he low key trying to, interrogate and investigate her. So I'm like, this is juicy. And of course, everybody chiming in with their thoughts. And of course, Assalamu alaikum doing too much with his slavery comment. But I'm not going to get too deep in the classroom stuff, even though I did enjoy it. But yeah, so right now, a date is pending, quote unquote, with Effie and Tariq. All right. Not got murder on his mind, Jay Tucker. So, Tariq, I swear this boy be having so much to do. So he leave class. And immediately, he didn't go to KFC. He went over there to Braden to give him a 2-piece and the biscuit. Okay, I was like, look at here. He said F words. Old boy got out of the elevator and it was on and popping. I'm like, yes, Tariq. I ain't gonna lie, I was here for the hands. Now, we kind of get what we've been asking for, okay? We've been asking for Tariq to get some hands and a vehicle. So they are, they listen. The writers are listening at this point. So I appreciate it. Hey, HEA, what's up? Tariq was giving good old Braden a run for his money. I was like, yes, Tariq. Yes, I was appreciative of him putting the pause on Braden in an efficient manner, okay? But he's actually upset about this whole Lauren situation, okay? So, oh Lord. Long story short, he's like, let me know what happened with Lauren. Who killed Lauren? Like, I told you, to pretty much have her safe. So who killed her? Oh, he was like, no, 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 bro. Like, I try to do what you do, but Effie came in and ruined everything. I said, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. Come on, Braden. Like, stop playing. She didn't come in and ruin everything. You enlist her assistance. Okay, let's keep it funky. Okay. So, he was like, well, how did Kane get in the mix? How did he find out? Blah, blah, blah. So they, put two and two together and get four. Okay. And, they did realize that, Effie is the missing link. So I was like, okay. Your boy's mad, okay? And I love seeing the range of, Michael Rainey Jr. and Tariq in, this episode. He definitely was acting, all right? Mr. Jones, he said Braden just didn't want to hurt Tariq. He spared his bro in a fight. Jay Tucker, you said Tariq need to fight Kay like that. See, the thing is, you know who you can fight and you know who you need to avoid, okay? Tariq and Kane, that definitely would not work out, okay? He's going to stay at his lightweight level and F with Braden. He ain't ready for Kane like that. He need to get buff like Kanan if he's trying to get at Kane, all right? He not ready. That 19-year-old body is not ready, okay? So we know Davis asked Sax, does he know anybody that can help with Theo's case? All right. So, of course, he's selling this whole spiel to Tate and was like, hey, Tate, I have this situation where this man was wrongfully accused and has been in prison for 20 years. He's sick and he needs to be released. I think it would be good publicity and good press and help your campaign if you, stand behind this man. He was like, you know what? That sound pretty good. Okay. But we know in good old Tate fashion, we scratch backs and we get our back scratched as well. Okay. So he's like, come on, bruh. What you gonna do for me? All right. He was like, I got this watch. Tate was like, that trash ass watch better go somewhere with that Walgreens watch. Come on. I'm like, Tate, keep it real. Sax was like, this is a gift. I'm like, I hope your wrist ain't green the way Tate was looking at it, okay? So Tate asked Sax, to pretty much have Davis like wage this like competition campaign on his opponent. I want to see who this opponent is. We talking about the opponent a lot. So I want to know who is running against Tate in this situation. Okay, when will he be revealed? Okay, so they agreed. So we're gonna, kind of have this deal going with Sax and Tate. And as soon as Tate leave, we have Jenny over here coming through. Oh, I could have sworn I just saw somebody that looked like Tate. Because we all look alike, Jenny. She low-key be on the racist, side or what have you. So he was like, okay, girl, what you want? She was like, I just want to apologize. I said, see, this is the acting that I wanted Monet to show us, okay? Just how Jenny is lying her ass off to Sax, as we know she ain't caring about Sax's feelings at all. I needed Monet to have that same energy when she was over there in the morgue identifying Lorenzo, okay? Because we know Jenny is full of the BS. She don't care nothing. She just want this case. Like, come on, this woman, this is her third case that she has against Tariq and the whole St. Patrick's. She lost the Tasha situation in season 1. Season 2, she lost the whole Tariq situation when it came to Jabari and Officer Ramirez. So this is her third time trying to redeem herself when it comes to these St. Patrick's, okay? And at that point, like, she is upset. She's low-key on that, like, Whitman/Greg Knox path, okay? She's not like as annoying, but she's still annoying. Like she's creeping up to nuisance at this point, all right? So we're going to see. We know she's not going to get Tariq caught up. I mean, maybe Monet may be in the crosshairs and may have to take the fall. We're going to have to see. But Jenny, I don't know. I won't be mine if she the next body that we over there identifying, okay? I'm just saying. Oh, Lord, I'm so over her. So he's like, girl, like, he ain't getting the draws on like 3 months. So, those rose colored glasses are kind of, changing colors. All right. And so he's like, let me take these glasses off because I need to be real, Jenny. Like, for real, you used me. So what's up, girl? Like, how did you even get this case approved? So he put 2 and 2 together and got 4, okay, and was like, yeah, I'm the reason why you got this case approved. And so, of course, she over there drinking. I'm like, ooh, are you going to become a drunk? Oh, Lord, child. Oh, God, I got PTSD from Franklin. Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Back on track. Back on track, child. Oh, God. Okay, let me get it together, girl. Get it together, girl. Okay, so she was like, well, you got to be on board because I'm going to use the information that you told me about being at Truth when James died. Yeah, I'm about to be just snitching. Okay, so what's up? And he like, dang, we like that? We doing it like that, Jenny? I was like, dang, Jenny, that's effed up. That is F to the up. You gonna do that? Oh, she went low, y'all. She went low. Like low, like apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur low. Okay. So I'm like, dang, Jenny, you tripping. What's up, the Sip Queen? How are you? What up, Matthew Wilson? Thank y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all like this video. It's 31 up in y'all. I feel like 31 likes should be the bare minimum at this point. Okay. Just you got 10 fingers. If you need to use your toes, I'm more than welcome. I ain't gotta touch that screen. So please help your girl out, okay? 31 likes minimum, please. Thanks. I appreciate it. Love y'all. So she asked him for a favor, and the favor is to tell Lauren a little bit about Tariq, okay? Because Lauren was like, I'm not going back to the safe house until I talk to Sax, because he seems like the only one that's telling me the truth, or at least telling her what she want to hear, okay? So Sax, even though he low-key telling the truth mostly about Tariq being a monster, I was still pissed AF. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and he was like, well, he may not be, the one that was, put out the hit on you, Lauren, but he done killed 11 other people. I said, see, Sax, we don't need to know all this. Like, I was low-key hoping he had a little note, that he slipped to her, like, I'm lying. I'm lying. Just know that I'm lying, girl. Like, wink, wink. Like, I was hoping he had some other option to let her know that he put 20 on 10. But he didn't. And I'm like, oh my God. So Lauren all confused. And the thing that really hit home to Lauren is the fact that he stated Raina's death was because Tariq was selling the drugs, And I'm like, oh God. I mean, that's low key. I mean, Tariq was doing a lot, okay, in power. All right, let's just keep it funky. So, that kind of is the case per se. It's just at the point Raina had more kahunas than Tariq at that time, okay? Because she was keeping it funky with the cop. And Tariq old punk behind was over there, hide it. So now Lauren, she all up confused. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, Jacoby, you said it was Tariq Ego's fault. I don't disagree with that. Everyone being out too much information. Yes, DeMarcus. Hey, HEA. You said if Lauren's parents were moved to witness protection, how come they are not with her? Jenny lying. That's all she do is lie. Lie. Like she just lied to Sax. All she doing is lying. And it's gonna blow up all on her face. And I cannot wait. I'm over her. Yeah, Sax is definitely a flip-flopper. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Y'all, this was interesting. This was good. I ain't gonna lie. Teen telenovela is popping, okay? Yes, it's messy. Yes, it's a lot, but I like it. I like it a lot, okay? So Tariq done rented a whole vehicle, right? Even he just bought a car, but we ain't trying to try to take that. You never know what's going on. It may be a tracker on there. You don't want, your car being, put it in no scene of no crimes or anything. So, Tariq running the whole vehicle. I'm like, well, you really need to be like 25 to rent a vehicle, but go off, be selling the drugs. We could find a way to get things done. Okay. So we see, him and Effie over there, looking like they upstate New York somewhere. I mean, if y'all don't know, 80% of New York is rural as fuck, okay? Keeping it real, okay? Sorry for cursing on the Sunday morning, Lord. You know my heart, okay? But honestly, that's not, rare to see the woods in New York, the state New York, I would say. So they somewhere maybe an hour or so out the city. And I'm like, Effie, when he tell you he gonna take you someplace, didn't you want to dress up a little bit? Like, you over here with a bubble coat. I mean, you was cute, but y'all definitely wasn't matching. He over there got the all black on, just like his daddy, nice little turtleneck and suit. And you over here with a bubble coat and cargos. Like, read the room, Effie. Like, was it laundry day? But go off, y'all. I'm about the fashions. Like, what we doing? You got to match your man, all right? Once he picked you up from the dorm room, once you got in the car, you would have been like, oh, this type of party. Oh, let me go ahead and change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was cute in Italy. Like, girl, put that dress on for Breezy or something. But I'm gonna stop being petty, okay? So she was like, dang, I like this, Tariq. You real James Bond. Like, since we left Italy, he was like, Italy changed me a little bit. And I was like, okay. So he playing it off, right? He looked real cool, like, just, I'm like, I don't know, weird. I don't know if it's the makeup, but Tariq be looking fake in certain scenes. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. He, a nice looking young man, but he be looking fake sometimes. I'm like, what's going on? But he starts off, I really care about you, Effie. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that you don't know about me. And she was like, I understand. So he was like, about that dirty cop I told you about, that killed my sister. She was like, yeah. So long story short, he confessed to killing the cop. And he pretty much said, ever since then, I've been in this, whirlwind of BS, lies, deceit, a whole web of the, BS. And I can't seem to get out of it. And I'm like, Tariq, I need you to hold yourself accountable. Okay, sir. And so he goes into, the situation with his dad, with Ghost telling him like, hey, I'm gonna need you to do this time on your own. Maybe we can figure something out when I get elected. Maybe we can get you a lesser term or get you free because that was Ghost playing. Well, that's what he told to read. We can't trust Ghost as either. Okay. But anywho, that's what he told his son. And he was like, yo, we couldn't let that happen. So my mom devised a plan to off my pops, but I couldn't let her do that. So I decided to step up and do it. Okay. And so Effie chimed in, was like, yes, I understand. Okay. And I'm like, Tariq, are you correlating two situations here, or are you just still mad about Thorn? Because you just talked about a situation that you didn't completely, truly want to do, but you still had to do it to protect someone you love or yourself. Because this pretty much what happened with the Lauren situation. But Tariq, we have to learn, just like his dad, all the rules don't apply to Tariq. The rules he gives everybody else don't necessarily apply to him. It's kind of getting the narcissistic, personality traits like his daddy. What's up, BB? Thank you for coming through. Big Wolf, you say he really didn't have to say anything. Yeah, that's fact. So he's definitely telling her, he's been divulging. He told her about Jabari. So he considers Effie as a safe space. And Effie always proved like she is not going to judge you. She's going to understand. So he was like, well, there's a lot of things you don't know about me. And she, say, you know what? Story time. Okay. So she was actually telling him, like, I came up from a a rough situation, my mom's boyfriend, well, she was over there, had a revolving door, okay? And so she had this one dude who liked to touch on me, and she ended up marrying this fool. So to this day, I don't even know I think they still together. So we kind of get a little more history on Effie. So he was like, yeah, all right, cool. Anything else you need to say? I was like, dang, Tariq, you don't want to let that just sit for a minute. This girl just told you she was molested by her mama's boyfriend / husband. And I ain't gonna lie, that happens a lot, unfortunately. And I hate that. That happens so often, like for real, for real. But at the end of the day, he was like, what else? So Effie, at this point, baby girl, you smart. You was kind. So I needed you to read the room just a little bit. We'll read the road, okay? And she started to read the road, and she was like, hold up, what the hell? Like, where we going to read? This looking familiar. So next thing we see, he done took her to the same spot where she, pushed Lauren's cart. I was like, So he told her to get out the car. And so she was like, Tariq, what's going on? So he was like, yeah, Braden told me, this whole story about Lauren. Like, how do you feel about that? Does that add up to you? So he was kind of manipulating her at that point, just trying to get some information. And she was like, well, that's what the reports say. I mean, I done read the New York Post. Like, that's what they would say. He was like, cut the crap, Effie. I know you killed her. So they had this great conversation. And long story short, Tariq said, you ruined everything. She was a civilian. And this is a thing. One, yes, we did not confirm Lauren died, but that happens, as I state, and I always give the example. Goals did not confirm that Kanan was dead. So it happens to the best of us, okay? But Tariq, Lauren was right. I mean, Effie was right. She said, you know the rules. She wore a wire. Like, this would apply to anybody else. But Tariq, since you love Lauren and you had your own way, you wanted to get her out the picture, you wanted to change the rules. And Effie told him, like, she had a family. They would have kept, she's not like me. She ain't no orphan Annie. Like, people would have been looking for her, and she has family with money. What's up, VKJ TV? So at the end of the day, she's spitting straight facts. And Tariq, you typically follow this very rule. I.e. Jabari. Jabari wasn't in the game, but he was a threat. He knew too much. You had to let him do what he had to do. Yeah, Kane I got into it, but you finished him off. Bash was extorting you. Knew some information. What did you do to Bash? You offed him because he was a threat and a danger to you and your livelihood. But when Effie does something that you didn't control, that you didn't sanction, it's a problem. And this is when his daddy traits come, his daddy traits be creeping in. So I do feel like Tariq be a hypocrite sometimes. I'm just saying. But he said, I loved you. I trusted you. And I get Tariq's point of view as well, because he came up in a family that was lying to him. But they thought they was protecting him as Lauren. But at the end of the day, Tariq ain't want to hear two shits about what was going on, okay? He got in the car and said, bye, Effie, go find you somewhere. Maybe he got an Uber rural somewhere where you can go ahead and get a horse and go back to the city. But you ain't riding the car with me. And I was like, oof, dang. What's up, support Gabe? And what's up? You said Laura was manipulated into wearing the wire. You act like she wanted to take Tariq down. Effie wasn't protecting Tariq. She tried to take Laura on jealousy. I do agree. She said it herself for jealous reasons. But Lauren, yes, she was manipulated into wearing a wire, but she had the option not to go through with it. She could have been like, yo, I want my parents involved because I know I am not guilty of having these drugs. I'm just saying. She was jealous of the situation with Lauren, but at the same time, let's not forget that Tariq, Braden, and Kane was still on the wire, regardless of her motives. The truth is the truth. Lauren had a wire. Regardless of how we got there, she still had them on the wire. I feel like if it was any other person, any other student, or any other character, y'all would have been okay with Effie turning that person over. But the fact is that Tariq didn't want Lauren to go down for this. That's where it gets sticky. I'm just saying. HEA said, I think he was more upset that they kept it from him more than they killed. Exactly. He's tired of the lies. And I do like Effie, like once you realize where you was at, then you should have been like, all right, the jig is up. All right, Reek, let me be real with you. But you try to keep that lie to the end. And that's kind of where you messed up. Like you should, and don't get me wrong, she tried to tell him a couple times. That first time when they left class, and she was about to tell him, and he got a phone call. Like how it always happened with Ghost and Power. Like it was always a phone call or somebody interrupting the truth or, some pivotal information. So I'll give her a few points for trying to tell him a few times, but it was kind of a little too late. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. HA said Lauren was manipulated by Milgram someone she tried. Yes, I understand. Like I said, y'all don't have to, I appreciate the feedback, but I know exactly what occurred. Like I said, I did the rewatch of both seasons 2 weeks ago, so I understand the path on how we got here. That happens all the time when people get manipulated when they're in situations. But at the end of the day, that happens. How many innocent, quote unquote, innocent people get off in these shows? It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Just saying. What's up, Rainy J? You said, KRK, you said Tariq did Effie like Monet did on season 2. Find your own way back. That's facts. Yeah, that's facts. What's up, VKJTV? You said Effie didn't have to do that. She wasn't on the wire, but she also wanted Tariq for herself, and she did it for her own personal reasons. That's his girl. Why lie to your man? Yeah, that is right. That is definitely facts. But everybody lies. Everybody lies. Everybody do things to get what they want in this show because it's called power. And the fact that if even she was on the wire, that's still enough cause. But the fact that she wasn't on the wire, I'm just saying, if she wanted Tariq, she can't have Tariq when he in cell block D, so she needed to make sure he was free so they could be together. Therefore, she needed to make sure Lauren was taken care of. DeMarcus, yes, Tariq was on the wire. There were 2 situations where Lauren's watch caught Tariq on the wire. The first wire incident is when Lauren went into the dorm room looking for Tariq, but Kane, who they referenced as Lorenzo, was there with Braden. But then when they was in Lauren's brother's apartment, Tariq was caught on the wire pretty much admitting that he knew about Jabari's novel prior to Jabari dying, therefore allowing the investigators to realize that Tariq knew about that knowledge, therefore providing him with the motive to kill Jabari, because Tariq said, no, the book is not about Braden. Jabari only writes about Black people. So that was enough evidence to kind of allow them to pursue the case. So there were 2 wire incidents. Just saying, y'all. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. Monica M, you said she got back to town like she did the night with Lauren. At least she had shoes this time. Let's see here. Yes. Exactly, HEA. HEA, you said I think Effie was trying to get Braden caught up with the Russian. She held Tariq back saying, let him do it, but Tariq saved him. Child, yes. What's up, Brillo? Thank you for coming through. Ronald Camry says snitches and loose ends usually don't last long in the Power universe unless your name is Drake. Yeah, Drake got with you. Child, Drake. What a horrible death. But that's what I'm saying. Loose ends. There's always a loose end that needs to be dealt with. We see it time and time again. Thank you, HFG. Tariq was on the wire. Thank you for the commercial, KJTV. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to me. Okay, I appreciate it. I'm on the road to 800 subscribers. So if you are watching this, if you're one of the 38 people that are not subscribed, like, what we doing? Do your girl a favor. I'm just saying. It's Sunday morning. We like to do good things on Sundays for the good Lord, okay? And if you don't believe in the Lord, I understand that as well. I welcome all to the trap, okay? But yes, this was interesting. This was a good scene. I really enjoyed it. A lot of good dialogue. And let's keep it moving. So Tariq thought he was big pimping, okay? He thought he was big-ish because he pretty much kicked Braden and Effie out of the business and out of the building. But I'm like, Tariq, do you really think that was gonna go over well? Okay, and see, this is the emotional part. Like, we over here trying to save our lives together, and regards to Noma, but you over here kicking people out. Like, no, let's keep it separate. Let's keep it separate, Tariq. That's what I'm saying. So Braden and Effie have a conversation. She was like, dang, you ain't had to run your mouth. He was like, well, Tariq already knew before I approached him, whatever. Well, before he approached me. So he was like, yeah, you involved King, right? So she, Effie, I ain't gonna lie, y'all cannot defute the powerful words that she told Braden. She said, you all are too weak for this ish. Y'all too weak and emotional. We try to make bread over here and y'all playing around. That's what I'm talking about. Over here being emotional. I'm not going to bring my personal drama into work. And that's what Tariq was doing. I'm just saying. So Tariq, he goes to the warehouse and Kane there. He was like, oh, you must have found out what happened to your other bitch. And Tariq had the nerve to say, well, Kane, me and you do all the work anyway. They don't really do nothing. I was like, dang, Tariq. It's like that, homie. So he was like, I'm going to handle it. He was like, Kane, he told Tariq, oh, if you want to do something, let's get it cracking. I was like, Tariq, yeah, you better stick to your lightweight with Braden. You know not to mess with Kane. You know not to mess with Kane. You know your levels. There's levels to this ish, and you know you are not on that level, sir. Okay. And I'm talking, in terms of like fighting and stuff, I mean, we already know Tariq is the brains, okay? But at the end of the day, of course, Kane, he keeping mental notes. So he invites Braden to the bar. And he was like, dang, you gonna let Tariq punk you like that? He said, well, because I lied to him. I'm like, this power, we all be lying. Okay? Is Tariq gonna find out about the internship? Let me know in the comments. I want him to know about that too. Since we all divulging the truth and whatnot, okay? So long story short, he was like, what you going to be able to do with this? So he gives him his life insurance, his dad's life insurance policy. He's like, can you invest it? Can you keep it clean? He was like, yeah, my family, that's what they do. That's what we do in Weston and them, okay? And so he had the nerve to say, well, this ain't enough for the minimum investment, but I can work with it if you give me some cash. I said, well, how much is Lorenzo policy? How much is y'all minimum Weston and them? Like, what? Even if y'all had the cheapest of the policy, $50K. That ain't enough for Weston Holdings? What y'all do? Y'all making big bread, because ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me this ain't enough. So Kane, he low-key did a smoky, and his mom was like, make it enough. I'm like, that ain't enough. And I'm gonna say, since it's Lorenzo and the Tejadas, I'm gonna say this policy gotta be at least $500 million, $250K something. But dang, y'all don't want my chump change? That hurt my little feelings, y'all. But low key, as the good old Detroit Kings say, Kane is Braden's daddy, okay? So he gave him some fatherly advice. It's like, hey, you need to put your balls on the table, okay? Like, for real, you do it just as much as Tariq. So stop playing, okay? Man up. Oh gosh, that was hilarious. Yes, Laser Shadows, make it enough. A couple mil, you hope, BB. I don't know. The way Braden was like, what is this? It is pocket change. So we over here at the Tejada house. And Mary over there, just still face like she got Botox or whatever. I'm like, child. Oh Lord, we just need some emotion. Jesus Christ, this is I mean, I understand, you gotta be strong and whatnot, but Jesus Christ. So she over there greeting the people, what have you. So Kai over here, he handed some money. That's what we do. And Kane, he just threw that thing on the table. I said, we can't be doing that. Like, are you throwing it because that's where the rest of the money is, or you just being disrespectful? Because we is in the house full of people that probably, people probably be stealing. You can't be having them knots on the table like that in the open. I'm just saying, can we put it in a drawer or something that looked like, I don't know how much y'all thought that was. Like, I don't know if it was 20s or 50s or 100s. I'm going to say it's 100s. Let's say it's about 10K. Ain't no way in the hell you about to throw that 10K on the table, all these people we barely know like that. Ooh, child. Long story short, Kai being hella disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? One, he telling them, well, y'all need to get them fools who got Renzo, okay? And of course, Drew was like, I already got that in my head, boo. Don't worry about it. And then he was like, yeah, Monet looking real good. Like, he's giving me like real like creep, like real like pedophile type creep. Like, not like, I mean, there isn't no like cute creep, but he was giving me creep. I'm like, dang, this the second time you talking about their mama. So the question is, how far is he going to go with this? Are they going to have a situation where Monet lures Kai in some type of way and use her womanly wiles to make him do some things or make him take the fall for something? Like, I don't know. We know this is definitely going to be a development. We just got to know, or got to figure out exactly how they're going to use this information, because we know that they know that he feeling Monet. So how are we going to use Kai in the future? That's what we got to be looking out for, okay? Meanwhile, upstairs, Assalamu alaikum is still doing too much. Why is he in this house? See, I wish Monet knew more about this man, because she would have sniffed him like she sniffed Everett. Like, he not allowed at my house, Diana. But see, Monet, she only go over there to, Stansfield when she needs something from Diana. She never met him yet, so she thinking he normal. But no, he needs to get out of here, okay? And I'm surprised Monet even allowing a boy in Diana's room, but I guess she got other things she worried about. So he asking Diana, so those people downstairs, are they family? Doesn't matter. Oh, you just want to build information for your case file. He probably got a little camera somewhere on that jacket. We don't trust him. So she was like, no, but they have respect for my dad, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, it just happened out of nowhere. Then he was like, out of nowhere? Criminality has its own fate. Everything your poppy stand for, just pretty much low-key came back to haunt him. I'm like, well, goddamn. Maybe you should work for Hallmark, assalamu alaikum. You know how to, comfort and console the people. Like, even if it is the truth, it was the truth, but we don't need to hear that right now. Like, Smooth is not this man's middle name. Like, what are we doing here? And Diana was like, all right, you done disrespected me and my family way too much. You got to get out. And get out now before I have my brother's hand. I said, dang, I wanted Kate to tag his ass. Oh, my God, this man get on my... And you just have the audacity. Oh, my God. Oh, where's Project Pat? When you need him, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Like, stop playing. So, Diana, stay away from this fool, okay? We can't trust him. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord, he do too much. So, Braden, he put on his big draws, okay? And I'm like, yes, we start flexing the power, okay? So Tariq, he thought he was, let's go to Weston Holdings, let me sell some drugs, and have some fun with some stocks. Like, he, just thought it was just going to be just a regular day, okay? The key card ain't working, okay? The person was like, yo, you gonna have to holler at Braden, okay? So Braden comes down, and they over there having this whole conversation in the lobby. Like, can we go outside? Y'all over here and talk about the drugs and the company and ish, and we over here on Front Street. Like, what we doing? That's one thing about power. Like, y'all over here be talking shop in front of everybody. Like, you might as well get a loudspeaker and let everybody know we over here selling the coffee and selling the drugs. What's up, Detroit? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Oh my dang. What's going on? Brillo, are you asking me to moderate or somebody else? And what's going on Wednesday? I'm nosy. So he was like, yeah, put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. This is my building. This my Carter, Tariq St. Patrick. You had a Carter, a.k.a. the Queen's Child Project, but you gave that away to RSJ. So get out of my face with all that, okay? I'm like, yes, Braden, flex your muscle, okay? Flex your muscle. Do what you got to do. So Tariq, of course, he had no choice but to bow down. I'm just saying. Depends what time, Brill. I am doing a live at 8:15 on Wednesday where I'm having just a wrap-up discussion on Snowfall, the series. So if it's not at 8:15, I can do it. But I would love to do so. That would definitely be hilarious for me. Okay. Detroit, you said his daddy came and told him to do it. I mentioned you. I brought you up. I gave you your credit, Detroit. I said he was giving Braden some fatherly advice. So Tariq goes to see Raina. Talk about, I wish you was here. I know Raina was like, boy, if you don't get out my goddamn grave. Raina don't want to hear your BS. Like, sometimes I wish we could really hear things from our deceased loved ones. Boy, if you don't get out my face, Tariq, your punk was behind that building when this man shot me in my good white sweater. I didn't even get 2 dances in at the dance, and you over here hiding, and I'm over here dying all poetically in the snow and whatnot, making snow angels. But go off, Tariq. Have a nice life selling your drugs, Tariq. And Big Mama, she was like, you're going to be just with your daddy right over there if you keep selling these drugs, okay? And so Big Mama was like, I come here all the time. Your mama gone, yes, gone. What? I ain't got nothing else to do. And then she get mad because, besides being court ordered to AA, I'm like, Big Mama, come on now. You was on that sauce a little too heavy, okay? So you can't put that on Tariq. He was trying to help your little drunk ass, okay? But Big Mama looking good. She looking good. And she was like, Tariq, what happened to your daddy? What happened? He was like, Big Mama, I don't know. Maybe his life caught up. So I said, you know what? This is what I'm talking about. Tariq be lying to people. Tariq, now don't get me wrong. I'm pro Tariq. He's our criminal protagonist. I want Tariq to win. But at the same time, we got to hold Tariq accountable like we be holding everybody else accountable. That's all I ask for. Consistency is key with PG in the trap, okay? HFG, you said, I laugh every time somebody bring up the Queen's Child Project, and here goes. Oh, Lord, Poe Queen's Child's Project, child. Hey, not get a lick of development up in here, okay? Support came, he said, PG legends say that afterwards, Salim went back to become a book writer and write a book about Diana, become the #1 best-selling book of all time. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, what's going to be the name of the book, y'all? What's going to be the name of the book? KJ said, Grandma got Franklin liquor bottle Mad Dog. The Mad Dog 2020. Dang. She done declined because she was getting the box wine. Now she with the Mad Dog. Oh, Mama, you done fell off. Brillo 705. Yeah, I should be able to do that. What's up, Candy Love? How are you? Thank you for coming. HFG, you said them kids still waiting. Now it's gonna be the kids gonna be at the mall. Okay, they're gonna be in a food court. They'll get some Sbarros or, a little pretzel from Auntie Annie's or whatever. They ain't going to do nothing else but be in that mall buying food and clothes. Thanks to Tariq St. Patrick. Okay? And then when we're going to get real deep, we can blame Braden because he was the one that got Tariq up in this internship and not at tape. But we going to go off, okay? 47 y'all up in here. Please make sure I have 47 of those likes, okay? I appreciate y'all. So Drew is he over deep, y'all. This man is in love, okay? In love. But he was falling deep for Everett. So maybe Drew is just a hopeless romantic, okay? But I ain't gonna lie, I like this couple, y'all. I like this couple. So Gordo, he feel a little awkward because he had killed his daddy, a couple of days ago. So, he treading lightly. And so Drew was like, them Russians, they killed my daddy, so I want payback. And so Gordo was like, I would want the same thing if it was for my daddy. And mind you, at, the wake, Monet asked Dre, did Gordo ask you, or did Gordo tell you that the Russians were behind it? So he kind of looked at Monet and was like, no, like you could tell, like that's going to spark something in Drew's brain. Like, why? And don't get me wrong, it's not far-fetched because at the end of the day, Gordo is in the game as well. And we know Drew ain't really about the streets. I mean, Sesame Street, yes, but Drew ain't really on those streets like that. So it's not far-fetched, but I still think that's enough to have Drew's antennas up to where he was like, why did my mama ask about Gordo? So we're going to see how this all unfolds because this is deep, y'all. Hey, Moochie Boo. Hey, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Oh, Lord. So Tariq, since he kicked Effie out the game, his new plan is to have Diana start selling drugs to the Ivy Leagues, which was Effie's plan. I just want to point out, okay? But she over there on the sauce too, okay? They having big fun up in the dorm room. We got Becca, we got Brushandria, and I don't know what Justin Combs' character name, but we just know Diddy makes sure all his kids are up in here in the Power Universe, okay? So, we had Quincy over there raising Kanan. So I definitely see his twin? Justin Combs, he probably gonna be in force. Okay, just be on the lookout for Justin Combs gonna be in force. All right, some type of way. I don't know. 50 Cent and Diddy got some type of deal where he said, okay, I want my kids, I want my children in your shows, okay? But I'm sure they worked very hard for it. Crown Camacho did a hell of a job. So I don't want to take that away from them, but we know the nepotism be real up in these streets, okay? Hey, Monica M, you said Diana was already selling drugs in the I Believe in the shop. No, I'm referring to season 2, I believe. Maybe 1. But whatever episode, Yale versus Stansfield, Effie mentioned to Tariq, like, hey, they both mentioned, hey, we make a great team. And Effie mentioned, like, hey, maybe we can start selling to all of the Ivy Leagues. So originally, this was Effie's brainchild. I just want to make that clear, because don't get me wrong. Like I said again, I rewatched both seasons. I took thorough notes because I had a debate with Brillo and I wanted to be thorough. So I'm very clear when it comes to what had happened up in this show. So, but I love you, boo. I ain't tripping. Like, we having fun up in here. Don't take it. We just over here tripping at the trap, okay? Detroit, you said Quincy, not his kid. I'm going to chill. Shout out to AB. Stop playing. Just how Braden is not really Kane's child biologically. Spiritually, their daddy and son, okay? And I'm sure P. Diddy was paying for plenty of clothes and food when it comes to Quincy. So he probably making sure he claimed this kid because I'm sure he was on his taxes, okay? I'll be sure was not claiming Quincy on them taxes. Shout out to Penny Loafer Game, okay? Hey, Monica, you said he wants her to do it. She already been. He just giving her more product. So, Monica, from my understanding, and we just discussing, from his conversation with Kane, it seemed like he was saying he wanted her to sell to all of the Ivy Leagues. Diana right now is just selling through the candy shop at Stansfield. So from my understanding, I could have taken it wrong, but me, the way Tariq was saying, because Effie, she was shipping drugs, well, driving drugs to all of the Ivy League. So it seems as though he wants Diana to take her place to sell to all, not just Stansfield. How much money they be making, child? Jesus Christ. These kids really be on them drugs. Ooh, child, I ain't do no drugs in college. I barely drank. And that was the cheapest drinks what we had. We had Amaretto Sour, Everclear, all the white liquors. But yeah, I was low-key a nerd. Like I really was in no books like that. I partied hard, but I wasn't a big drinker. Still late. But yes. So Bruchandri and them, they, excuse Diana and Tariq. So they start talking and, he's trying to check on her mental health. Like, hey, what's going on? I understand, I was where you were. I was like, kind of, Tariq, because you killed your daddy, but we gonna move on, okay? And so she was like, my mom wants me to give the eulogy because I'm like, yeah, Monet lying behind on that podium. I do not want to see that, okay? And so he was like, yeah, I kind of want you to start selling drugs for me, okay? And she was like, well, I'm kind of done with that. I'm going to follow Poppy's wishes. He told me I ain't had to sell the drugs no more through the candy store. He was like, oh, that was you? That was kind of tight. You slick behind. So she was like, yeah, I need to figure out something else because it's getting kind of hot. And he was like, oh, you can use my lockers on the roof. I was like, oh, Lord, this is going to be a lot, okay? So she ended up kissing Tariq, and so she stopped, okay? And so he was like, looking like he was here for it, okay? Because he kind of low-key heartbroken on his own right, okay? And so she was like, what about Effie? And I appreciate the inquiry, you know what I'm saying? You kind of trying to do your due diligence a little bit. And so he was like, well, we broke up. And I was like, okay. So they started to have the sex, y'all. Next thing we see, well, before that, because they ain't move that quick. Assalamu alaikum over here with a bouquet of flowers. And so I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how I would feel if I had my people was blowing up my spot like that. Like, you ain't gotta tell my ex-boo or my current boo or my boo that I ain't effing with right now, that I got somebody else in the room. Like, don't be telling me all my business. Like, unless your door is unlocked where it shouldn't be, he don't need to know nothing, okay? He don't need to know nothing about what I got going on. Maybe that's the player in me. I'm sorry, y'all. But I just don't think that they shouldn't be telling that in a business like that. And he all cocky, well, she would want to see me. I said, hell, you was just over there in Poppy's house talking cash shit about him. So what you talking about? Oh my God, he get on my everlasting nerves. Hey, Carly Theabu, a new name. You said, yeah, it was episode 108 when Effie and Tariq made 50K. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you for coming through. So yes, I don't know. They shouldn't have told Diana business like that. Okay. Oh gosh. So Drew, he implements his plan to get at the Russians. Okay, this cute little lady at the door, and we find out the Russians don't allow them to have their cell phone. So Drew put his number on the girl's wrist or arm because he trying to play it off and make it seem real. Like, dang, you fine girl. Like, what's up? And I'm like, Drew, I pray to God you ain't put your real phone number on that girl's arm. Now, I just hope, because that would be goofy as hell for you to have your real phone number on her arm, because I can see the Russians come back and like, what is this? And call the number, and Drew like, hello? No, we don't need none of that. So I pray to God it's a fake number on that girl's arm, okay? So he go, in there, act like he delivering alcohol, and I believe it's Vadim. I believe that's the Russian's name. He over there being hella rude and hella disrespectful. I'm like, yeah, Drew. Besides, him fake killing your daddy, he need to be off with just poor, manners and customer service. Like, you're doing too much, Vadim. Like, God, dog, just rude. But Drew, he kills him. shanks him. He's like, yeah, I'm a Tejada. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of fire, Drew. That was kind of fire. I was like, go off, Drew. Go off with your savagery. Too bad you got the wrong person. Oh my God. And then this is another thing. And don't get me wrong, I love power. But y'all be bringing in these entities that don't be about nothing. Y'all got the Russians. They whack. We got the Irish mob. They whack. We got the mob. They whack. I'm like, can we really have like a formidable opponent? Because this is not realistic for y'all to be winning against everybody. I'm just saying, don't make sense. Oh, Lord, this is too much. This is too much. Oh, yes. Yes, Brillo. He said, I'm a Tejada. I'm a Tejada. Ronald Cameron said, Bruce Andrea need more screen time. I said it since season 1. Tariq should get at her. Tariq don't need no more situations, okay? I really feel like her and Tate may have something going on because we know Bruce Andrea said plenty of times she likes the older men, like the men that got deeds and mortgages and 401k. So, you know, we saw that, I can't remember his name right now, but this guy, you know, he came to Tate. I'm drawing a blank on his name. But he said, hey, don't be messing with the intern. So I really feel like something may happen with Bruchandria and Tate. I don't know how deep it's going to get, but I low-key like it. Like the bird in me will like it. But Tariq need to be single, keeping it funky. This man got too much going on to be in somebody's relationship. But it makes it extra spicy, so I understand we got to add that element to it, okay? Ronald Cameron said DeMarcus, his first girl was put together. He'll be all right. Are you talking about Ray Ray's, oh my God, I just was saying her name the other day. Destiny. Destiny was cute. Oh, Lord. Here, Brillo asking about his grandson's prospects. He said, what can Bruchandria do for Tariq? We pimp it over here. Bruchandria is a big, fine woman, okay? She a big, fine woman. She can do a lot for Tariq, okay? Oh, God. Oh, Lord. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. You know I'm Team Effie, but this was a good scene right here, okay? So Effie was like, boom, all right, I got a business plan, okay? So she go to Diana. Oh, this is the thing that frustrates me. Like I said, we talking shop in the hallway, okay? Diana, your daddy just died, and we know he got a whole rap sheet, okay? And then we got Effie. You linked to your man who is just known for selling the drug. Like, why? We already got eyes on us. Can we at least go somewhere private and sacred to talk about drug-related things, okay? But anywho, Effie goes to Diana like, hey, I got a plan. I know that's you selling candy at the candy store. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little stuffy right now. I don't know. Maybe coming up with a cold or what have you. I'm going to pray the germs away. But she was like, I ain't got no work, but with my plan and your work, we could go ahead and make this thing happen. Form a nice partnership. You know what I'm saying? Black women unite, okay? And she was like, the only thing, please just don't tell Tariq until we get things up and running, okay? So Diana, she politely opened that door, and we saw Tariq over there getting dressed. What's up, Effie? I was like, ooh. So Effie was like, F all y'all. And I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting, okay? Because you can't really avoid each other because y'all just got one class in college. And y'all never sitting in the same spot. Y'all ain't never in the same seat. So we going to see who's going to be sitting next to who next session in class, okay? But that was kind of savage. That was kind of savage. I mean, there could have been different ways it could have been laid out. Diana could have kept that door cracked, and Effie would not have known anything. But I appreciated this because Effie needed to know. I'm all for women knowing what's up. Let her know the truth, okay? But it's going to be hella awkward, y'all. This is going to be a lot. Blazer Savage said Diana is a real one. She wanted Effie to know what was up immediately. Yeah, I like that. Brillo. And then, of course, I feel like I don't want to say it was a flex, really, because you could tell, look on Diana's face, like she really didn't want the drama like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give Diana some cool points. Briley said we're not trying to avoid her. She can go low LBI. LBI. I don't know why do I say little black something, but I don't know. I don't know what LBI means. Please enlighten me, please, sir. So at Weston Holdings, Kiki, I'm like, oh, Kiki, you looking real cute. You know, she always fly. So Braden asked her, like, hey, I have an possible investor that you and Uncle Luke was asking me to do because you already know Braden and them don't be doing that much work up in there. Okay. And so he was like, I have an investor. Some of the funds are legit, but a lot ain't. So they have a lot of cash. So I need you to clean it. Long story short, she was like, "Yeah, for what? For a fee." So he gonna look at her like, "Who the f is you?" I said, hold up, Brady. Is that better not be the racism creeping up, okay? Because you really think that you gonna ask her to do some illegal ish and not want no money on top? Like, wouldn't you being, so pro black, invited to the cookout? Just automatically be like, hey, Kiki, I understand it's an inconvenience. I'm going to, make sure you taken care of because that's what you told her before. You going to make sure she's straight. So now we got Kiki in the mix. And I don't know. I don't know if I should be teaching Kiki. Now, I like Kiki. I want her to keep it real and stay 10 toes down. But we just going to have to see what's going on. I'm just saying. Rainy J, you said women being petty. All that was. I agree. I feel like a small percentage of it was probably like, hey, I do have to read, but I think majority of it was to be like, hey girl, about that. He's up in here, you know what I'm saying? Because, she did inquire about Effie the night before. And you could tell like the look on her face, it wasn't like, gotcha, bitch. Like it wasn't that. It was more so like, sorry, girl. Yeah, I won this round. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I didn't peep that from Diana. Like, I didn't sense the shadiness of her. I could be wrong, but that's just my point of view from just her facial expressions and her body language. And even at the end, when Effie left, she kind of had that look of Tariq, like, it wasn't like malicious. But we're gonna see how teen telenovela is definitely on and popping, and it is piquing my interest. Okay. We gonna see, Lord, how it develops. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay, Brillo. We not gonna go there. I really want to do a round 2, but I know you read about that life. Support game. You said, why do I get the feeling Braden's first body is going to be out of jealousy? He's going to catch Kiki and his brother or someone else messing around. Going to get him his feelings, push him out a window. Yeah, a couple episodes ago, I don't know why, I sensed a little awkwardness between Kiki and Uncle Luke. I just felt like their vibe seemed a little too familiar. You know what I'm saying? I know that you could have a great relationship with your boss, but I felt like maybe they kind of took it there at one point in time. So I did speculate a possible love triangle between Uncle Luke, Braden, and Kiki, but we're going to have to see. I don't know. I just say. Brillo, I mean, I don't think Braden is racist, but just the way he was so snarky, like, who do you think you are? Like, I don't know. Now, we know it runs in the veins. It could have been a little sexism. I don't know. I think it's a combination of things. Yes, stupidity and naivete is definitely part of it, but he was wrong for that. What you say? Like for real, for real? Hey, Inga Boo, what's up? Thank you for coming through. Hey, EJ, thank y'all for coming through. Please like the video, y'all. Appreciate it. So yes, teen telenovela is on and popping. So here you go. Tariq had a little plan, okay, with Big Mama. And no money. Okay. So apparently he's supposed to beat Big Mama because I feel like he told Big Mama, okay, I'm going to lead a game. We're going to go off and, live a good little life. And I appreciate the fact they had Tariq in the subway. Like, yes, some realism. Like, we're getting a lot of the things, like I said, we're asking. Boom, he got a car. Boom, he over there, doing what he needs to do. in terms of, the hands. Now we see him in the subway. Like, I like seeing that because that's realistic. Like, you go catch a train, okay? You can't Uber and cab it out all the time. Sometimes you need to take the subway, okay? We've been talking about, Tariq. We ain't never seen him with a Metro card. All right. So he over there, taking the subway, people following him. He peeps it and tries to escape, but it ain't work. So Obi catch him. And of course, it appears that Obi is doing things without Noma's knowledge. So I feel like it's a matter of time before Obi clips Noma or Noma clips Obi. Like, it's definitely a brewing situation, and we just gotta have to stay tuned for, okay? But long story short, Obi was like, hey, my sources told me you leaving the country. He was like, where? Like, I don't even have my Louis Vuitton furniture. I mean, my Louis Vuitton suitcase. Like, what? Where I'm gonna go? Where I'm gonna go with this little duffel bag, Obi? Okay, keep it real. This Tariq St. Patrick. We ain't got enough drip in this bag to be going out of town. Okay. So long story short, he was like, I only got work in this bag, as you can see. I'm trying to work. Okay. So can you leave me the hell alone? So he realized, like, dang, he is selling the drugs for us. So we need to go ahead and let him sell the drugs. Meanwhile, he leaves and call Big Mama. And Big Mama's kind of like, it looks like she's in the office with the social worker or what have you. He was like, go to Miss Washington. I feel like that's the name of the person who Tate connected him with when it came to Yaz. He was like, Big Mama, I want to keep you safe. So you're going to, go ahead with Tasha and Yaz. Just stay off the liquor. Please, Big Mama, stay off the liquor. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna be an awkward situation with Yaz, Big Mama, and Tasha, because they all can't go nowhere. They probably can only go to the grocery store. Big Mama gonna be aggravated. Yaz still gonna be burning the bacon, and Tasha over there just gonna be writing. But I don't know what they're gonna be doing, but I appreciate Tariq trying to get his grandmama out of danger. And now he fully don't have any distractions with anybody that's blood related to him. So I appreciate him for doing that. Okay. Let's see here. Mr. Jones said Tamika Washington from OG Power. Okay, I forgot her last name was Washington. So that could have been her too. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for clarifying that for me. I like Tamika. At first I was like, but she came through to be a real one. She came through. How do I feel about the jacket? This jacket on the screen. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care for the print. Like, it's giving me like Roseanne Barr couch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely not giving me fashion. Okay. But I'm pretty sure that jacket is at least $2,000. Okay. But this is the thing. My philosophy, everything that's considered a luxury brand ain't always cute. It's not always fashionable to me. I've never been that girl. Oh, it's Balenciaga. Oh, it's Gucci. I don't care what it is. I'm just gonna wear it regardless. No, I ain't that type of chick. So I wasn't feeling the jacket, even though I know it cost a grip. Okay. Support Gaming said highlight Blazing Saddles comment. Let me try to go up. Blazing Saddles. Is it this one? He said Braden's character has not developed at all. How did he go from attempting to shoot the guy in the jewelry store to being scared to take out Bash and a Russian connect? Child, ask Brillo. I'm going to forward that to Brillo. He calls Braden the silver spoon goon, and I call Braden the Fort Dork. Okay, don't get me wrong. I like Braden, but he's just not about that life. And if you haven't caught the debate between Brillo and I, that was about a week or two ago, please catch that. But yes, I'll have Brillo. If he's still in the comments, please explain to the people about character development in your boy Brady. Okay. Cause yeah. Child, I don't know. I'll be here all day trying to justify and try to think about what's going on with Brady, but I just can't, because there's some inconsistencies there. I don't expect him to be a stone cold killer. No, I just want him to realize that he's truly not about this life. I'm just saying. Exactly, Jacoby. Just because it's expensive don't mean it's sauce. All right. Yes, AFFG was not feeling the jacket too. Exactly. Hey, Inga, you said Braden is a goofy clown. Yes, facts. We're almost done, y'all. So we at the funeral. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. You know how the old people be like, that was a good homegoing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this was kind of fire, you know. They had the little low-key opera, you know, like she was saying. I mean, I would appreciate probably a little more Kurt Franklin or something, you know. I don't know, but go off. It was still, you know, cute. Monet, you know, looking like a stone cold killer that she is, got a little Chanel, you know, situation going on. So it was real cute. I liked Kane Blazer. I'm pretty sure that was a lot of money, you know. I'm not sure of the brand. But yeah, see over there, you know, viewing Poppy's body. He take Poppy's chain, well, the chain that he gifted Poppy, so he's taking it back and he's assuming ownership of, you know, being next in line. Okay. Meanwhile, we got Blanca and Jenny at the funeral. Now, don't get me wrong, it's been a long. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I've been to a funeral a couple years ago, but I don't know. I just feel like with Lorenzo's funeral, can we not have enlisted some security? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a way you can still allow people not to come. Like, why are y'all here? And then they got a whole file folder and they got pictures. And of course, we see Diana on the picture of being, of course, on the roof. Okay. And I'm like, come on. Why are y'all here? Why are y'all here? But it was a cute service. You know, Gordo looking awkward as hell. I'm like, Gordo, the best thing for you to do is, well, Martin tell him, act like you chilling. Act like you chilling. Because you looking a little guilty, okay? I'm just saying. Hey, EJ, you said Braden is getting on the job training. Leave Braden alone. He got the brains and different connections Tariq doesn't have. Weston Holdings, he brings something to the table. Yeah, I agree. That's why I want him to stay in the cubicle. Stop playing with Kane in them streets. That's the only thing. But I do, you know, believe that, of course, like I said, I don't expect him to be a killer. But if you know somebody over here killing folk and being in the streets, I need you to understand what that comes with. And you need to be ready to hit the blicky if you need to. Maybe, I don't know, I think we need to see Braden in the gun range. I think we need to see that. At least, you know, get some. Because at this point, Brady, you should know danger is amongst you. Okay. You are selling the drugs with crazy and deranged criminals. I think you need to have some, you know, little practice just in case, just protection. I mean, women, we go to the gun range and, you know, protect ourselves, you know, just from random crazy people. And I ain't even selling no drugs. So I think you need to go ahead to the gun range, Braden. Come on. Get your weight up. So, oh Lord. Power. So we over here trying to take Poppy and transport him. And we see a little drive-by situation in the midst. So we have the Rushes over here in the SUV. One particularly hanging out the roof like it's Freaknik 94. Okay? And he over there busting guns. Most of the bullets went to Lorenzo's casket. And I'm like, y'all, he already dead, Russians. Come on, there's some live people around here that you should be shooting at. But you over here on the roof like it's Freaknik, and look what happened. You died. Okay? And I ain't gonna lie, it was cute. I mean, Gordo had a nice little gold gun. I was like, oh, this is fine. I feel like, what movie was that? Was that Face Off? Who had a gold gun? Nicolas Cage. I ain't gonna lie. Something about gold. You know, I like the accessories, y'all. So I'm like, if I can be a little blinky, it's gonna have to be gold. Like, it was cute. Okay. And then I think Reginald Power, Diego Jimenez had a cute little gun. I said, oh, that's cute. I like that. Sorry, that was like the little bird in me, just really cute about, you know, about the gun. But they over here in the whole gunfight. Of course, nobody from the funeral dies or gets shot. We got DEA. Now, this is the thing. Maybe I'm being petty and it's too deep, but we got DEA Blanca Rodriguez over here at this funeral. We got all these criminals with blickies, okay? Girl, Girl. And if y'all don't know about New York State and their gun laws, look it up. Because it's one of the most strictest states when it comes to gun laws in the country. But go off. Go off, okay? So everything's clear now. And so we see Kane approaching Monet. Well, actually, he approached Drew. So they pretty much fighting on who's next up. Drew is real cocky. And I ain't gonna lie. He gave like Kane like a little smile and smirk when, Monet backed him up. And I was like, see, Monet, you making a mistake. I don't know. I feel like they need to co in terms of like both be partners, like both be next in line, like together. Because Kane has a characteristics and strengths that Drew doesn't have, and vice versa. They both need to work together to be next up. And it can need to be a partnership. But I'm like, Drew, you messing around. You think it's cute be under the tutelage of your smart dumb mama, and it's gonna backfire. Once you find out that she conspired with your lover to kill your daddy, we gonna see, because that frown is gonna turn upside to the goddamn down, okay? But Kane was like, all right, let me go ahead and go. I'm like, yeah, Kane, go ahead and go. I don't know why. I feel like it may be like a Kane and Diana low-key versus Drew and Monet. I don't know. I kind of see that separation, that divide brewing. But we're going to have to see what happens in the Tejada household, okay? EJ said, facts, PG. I hope everybody gun register. And we know it's power. They don't even care about that. They doing their due diligence. Nope. I'm sure Jenny was over there in pew number 2 hiding. Stop, dropping, and rolling. We saw Davis over there like, oh, Lord. I hope they don't shoot my whip. Davis, he materialistic. He don't want no gunshots over there on his vehicle. Okay. Oh, gosh. Let's see here. Okay. So, at the end, we see Kane, who's kind of feeling probably alone right now. He goes over to Effie's dorm, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, I ain't been to every college in the world, but having your dorm room open, that's really not likely. But I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna leave it alone. So she over there trying to shut down the app that she created for the coffee. And she was like, I'm gonna sabotage this fool. And don't get me wrong, we all emotional. We still kids, and we emotional. She just realized her boyfriend was sleeping around with somebody else. Okay, so her emotions is raw, but I gotta keep that same energy with Effie as I did Tariq. We gotta check our emotions, okay, and we got to keep it moving when it comes to business. But he kind of kicked her out the business, so I can understand her frustration, okay? But Kane was like, just pipe down, shorty. We got to find another way, because if you shut this down, we all in danger. So I was like, thank you, Kane, for being the voice of reason at this point, okay? So he was like, okay, I'm going to throw you a lifeline. I'm going to give you some work. We ain't got to tell Tariq, so you get your bread up. He was like, I'm always look out for you. And I'm like, ooh, we about to see it, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I like Tariq and Effie, but I don't know why. I still like Effie and Kane. Like, not saying they're smart at all. It's definitely not a good idea, but I'm speaking from the bird in me. Okay, the bird in me is like, I want to see low-key a Kane and Effie duel. But we gonna see. Okay. But they kind of paused and kind of left that open-ended. But I'm like, can y'all close the door? Because it look like but y'all about to have the sex. Okay, can y'all close the door, please? Detroit, you said that's sus. It never happened. HEA, I'm just saying, yes, we can't, our doors be closed. Like, why your door open? Especially you after you sell the drugs. Your door is the only door that needs to stay closed and locked and double bolted. Oh, God. So Bort gave me said plot twist, pretty girl loves the babble. I mean, back in my day, but I think most girls have their phase, but at some point you grow out of it because it gets to be too much. When you start putting blickies in my vehicle, it gets too much. Okay, I done seen too much. All right. So we see your boy Tariq and Braden, they kind of meet up. It looked like they in Brooklyn based on the backdrop and the location of the Statue of Liberty in the background. I'm like, oh, this is cute. They meeting up like your daddy, your uncle Tariq. That's real cute, meeting by the water. I like it. I like it. So Tariq pretty much let him know. He said, hey, keep it funky. We got to work together to sell these drugs and to possibly get from under Noma. Okay. Effie got a picture on her phone that can possibly help us, but it may take a while to get it. So I'm like, I wonder if Tariq's gonna play it cool and then try to not set up Effie, but probably try to like act like they trying to make up, and he go on her phone to get that picture. And I'm like, oh, if he do that, he may see the text with Kane or something they say, like, oh, last night was good or something. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm here for tea. Telenovela is kind of fire. But yes, it's interesting because he's willing, and don't get me wrong, he needs Braden in a sense more than Effie because we are selling the drugs and the coffee. Okay, I hope. Like, I ain't seen that nail one coffee pot, but I hope we selling the coffee for real, even if it's frappuccinos. I don't care. I hope we over here doing the due diligence and making sure we at least have some coffee in the cups as well. I'm just saying, we need to be thorough. But he said, we need to work together. But he's coming to Braden and like, hey, we can go ahead and get this moving. But of course, he ain't feeling Effie, so he's not having that conversation with her. Meanwhile, when he leaves, he gets a text from Lauren. We need to talk. And I feel like this about to be a hell of a problem. And I'm like, Tariq, don't talk to that girl. Don't talk to that girl. Like, it's just going to get you him up. So we already know Tariq going to talk to the girl. We gonna see. Oh God, this is so stressful. Meanwhile, Monet and Davis is on the phone. He's telling her, the police got the rushes. Keep a low profile. I said, Davis, you should know by now this lady do not listen to you, okay? You over here, a whole lawyer is supposed to give advice, and you doing the right thing by giving her advice, but this lady do not listen to you, okay? Meanwhile, she comes in and she sees the ghost of Papi Chulo telling her, the kids are not going to be happy when they find out you killed me. They gonna be done with your ass, okay? Oh God, y'all, this was a lie. This was a lie. What y'all talking about? Brilla, you said y'all used to keep the door open. I guess. Was the girls or just the guys? Because the guys, I could see them keeping their door open because they low-key nosy and want to see the girls that's passing through. So I don't know. You say you guess it's an Ivy League thing, HEA. I guess. I mean, with all the murders and everything going on in Stansfield, I think everybody need to keep their doors locked, okay? Because they ain't got no good security. Because we always see Monet and them popping up all the time. DeMarcus, you said Kane needs to leave Effie alone because she's the problem, like Monet. I disagree, but you are right to your opinion, as we all are. Still love you though. HFG said Effie was about to shut the app down. Yeah, she was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm about to use my smarts. And that's the thing. Like, and kind of corrected myself a little bit as well. Yes, we're holding all the drugs and everything at Weston Holdings, but Effie is the brains behind the app. So, Tariq, why you can't keep that same energy and keep it strictly professional with Effie? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'm wrong for my feelings. Maybe I'm too attached or close to this situation. But I just feel like, okay, you over here manning up with Braden, you can man up with Effie. Or at least Effie, you tell them, all right, I ain't going to shut this app down, but y'all go ahead, y'all handle it. If there's any issues, if it crashed, it's on y'all. Because y'all remember a couple episodes ago when Tariq and Braden was walking down the street. I forgot the person's name, but they was texting them that, hey, like something, it wasn't like the software. It was something going on, the server, I think. He said the server was kind of overheating or overloading because of all the orders. So I'm sure Effie is low-key, behind all that too. So she is definitely a pivotal piece of the business. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Tariq, I know he pissed. But you need to keep Effie around because she's a pivotal piece, okay? And Opie done told y'all we need everybody, okay? Everybody a part of the drug dealing coalition need to show up to all these meetings. So stop playing, okay? EJ says, so he gonna do what Diana did to him, LOL. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about, EJ. Are you talking about setting him up or stealing his drug or stealing the drugs from? Oh, I don't know if that's the case, what you're talking about. Oh Lord, that whole roof is hot. Oh Jesus Christ. We gonna see. Jacoby, yes, I believe Effie was reaching for a gun, and I'm not mad at it because at the end of the day, you drove me to the woods and questioned me about somebody I just killed. Meanwhile, when we was in the car, you done confessed to killing your daddy and a cop, and I know you killed the teacher. So hell yeah, I'm about to pull a blicky if you think I'm in danger. And Tariq peeped that he was like, oh, you think I'm gonna hurt you? I'm too, I would hurt you, but I'm too, I care for you too much. So Effie knows she working. I don't think she would have possibly, she's just being prepared. I don't think she would have killed Tariq or shot Tariq if she didn't feel like she was in danger. But if you putting me in the woods, okay, you drove me to the woods, you brought a whole new, you rented a whole car, you asking me questions, you interrogating me. Yes, I'm about to have my blicky on me because I'm that girl, I'm about that life. What did she tell them? Minute 27, episode 306. You all are too weak for this shit. She always on ready. Okay? Just keeping it funky. Okay? Big Wolf, what's up? You said this season been all over the place at the same time, been good. That's facts. But Power be throwing 50-11 storylines, I swear to God. But the great thing I would say about Power, they find a way to wrap it all up in a cute little bow. That's what they do. Brillo, you said facts. We need to see the girls walking up in the hallway. That's what I'm saying. I know. I be knowing. Yes, HEA, I agree. It's more emotional for Tariq and Effie, because they have that extra layer of the romantic involvement. I'm just saying though. EJ, you said he's in his feelings, girl, but Obi said he want all of them. So it sounds like he's gonna have to let Effie back in eventually. That's facts. And he's definitely gonna be in his feelings. And we just gonna have to sit through all his little Carl Thomas moments and just live with it. I'm just saying. Hey, Blaze and Saddles, she said all of the guys be in their feelings on the show while the women are overly tough. That's facts. That is facts. Support gaming, you said Ghost / hallucination. Lorenzo scene was iconic. Hope we get more appearances from him. Taunting Monet, also wanting him to appear to Diana, say Monet had killed her. Oh, that would be fire. Please, Lorenzo, go to all the kids. He don't even need to go to Kane because Kane already know. Or that would be cute. He'll do like a little head nod to Kane, like, yep, she did it. But that would be fire if he goes to Diana and be like, you know why your poppy dead is your mommy, okay? Go get at her. That would be fire. Oh gosh. You also said plot twist, support gaming. You said Tariq off screen knew there were cameras on the roof. He's setting up Diana to be on camera so the feds will take the Tejadas down, leaving him in the clear. Ooh. That sounds good. The only thing is, I don't think Tariq is that. I don't say that savage because he is savage. I don't think he would do that to Diana per se. I don't think so. I don't think he would do that to Diana. Just no. I can't see that. Let's see here. Brillo, you said I would kill you, but I'm too hot. Plus, it's bad for business. You're not about that life. You all talk. Candy, I love you. Said Power is busy. It's always packed with goodness. That's facts. Hey, Inga, you said Effie hasn't shown me why she should stay around. Tariq should have dealt with her back when they were in high school. And see, this is the thing, Inga. I love you, boo. But this is my rebuttal to that. It's like we always going back to Choke. But we don't necessarily keep that same energy with Tariq. Like if we bring up Choke, can we bring up everything Tariq did when he was in high school? That's all I ask. All the havoc, all the stress he put us in. And look what the writers did. Made 86% of us pro Tariq in a matter of years. So it's like we always holding Effie to choke, but we don't hold. I'm not saying you specifically, Inga. I'm just saying a lot of people always holding that thing that she did at choke, which I feel like we even, because I stated in episode 101 of Power Book 2 Ghost, he got free drugs from Effie. Like, she didn't charge him, even though he kind of took it, but she allowed him to let that, okay, we even, we cool. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And since then, there's been little things of lies and deceit between them. But I feel like if we still holding choke to Effie, we need to do the same thing with Tariq. And keep in mind, just telling y'all how, from her point of view, Tariq was low-key a Braden at choke. Tariq didn't need to sell drugs. He had a well-to-do family. There were 5 kids, 5 black kids at choke. Tariq was making the block hot because what he enlisted Braden to help sell drugs with him. Braden was not the same Braden as he is now. Even though he still need work now, Braden was big mouth and did not know how to completely move around the game. So yes, she knocked out the competition. Like Brillo once said, well, Raquel Thomas would do in Raising Canaan to Unique. And keep in mind, if Tariq did not get kicked out of choke, he would not therefore be at Stansfield, and he would not have been able to build up funds to help with Tasha's defense, because he would have never met the Tejadas. I feel like I'm low-key stating the case, but that's my thing, is I feel like I don't know what it is about Effie. Don't get me wrong. Anybody that kind of does me a certain way, I'm always have my side eye. So Tariq is not wrong for having a side eye at Effie. I would too. That's just natural. But I feel like, just as the fans, there are a lot of fans who would allow so many other people do different things to Tariq, or that affects Tariq, but for some reason we hold Effie to a certain level, and we're not keeping the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had Diana, she stole drugs from Tariq. We have Braden, he, finessed the situation where he lied and made him, switch internships. He lured Tariq to the penthouse and got him caught up with the whole Noma thing. So I feel like, we just don't keep the same energy as we do with everybody. And don't get me wrong, I understand there's characters that we just don't F with, and that's okay. But I just want us to keep the same energy with everybody and not just pinpoint Effie. I'm just saying. Everybody do it. Everybody has their own agenda. Everybody has their own way of doing things. Everybody has their own goal. And that's the thing that kind of annoyed me about Braden when him and Effie was talking, when they was kicked out of the little drug, situation. He was like, telling Effie, like, oh, you just want to meet, you all about your bread. I'm like, Braden, what is she supposed to be all about? You're in this drug game, according to you, because you want independence from your family. It makes you feel good. It's a rush. So everybody has their own reason for being in the drug game, and keeping it real, Effie's reasoning is a little more, different than yours. Most people are in the drug game to make money. Because you want to rush, you want to thrill, because Six Flags is closed. You want to sell the drugs. I'm just saying. And Brillo, that's not a weak argument, boo-boo. Come on now. You know I got facts. It's the obvious. Everybody lies. Tariq lied to his grandmama right to her face to protect her feelings. As Effie lied to Tariq about Lauren to protect his feelings. I'm just saying. Big Wolf, that's a great question. I feel like Bash's investigation will come up. It's just how. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. And I feel like Stern gonna pop up somewhere, and that's gonna be a problem, okay? But that's another thing. Bash was a threat to Tariq. It was okay for him to kill Bash, right? So why wasn't okay for Effie to kill Lauren? Bash wasn't in the game. He just knew a little too much information. Yes, he was trying to extort Tariq, but was there another way? I ain't gonna lie, I'm sanctioning the death of Bash. Don't get it twisted, okay? Let's see here. Detroit, you said, I think me and PG need to debate somebody about Braden being weak. He hasn't done nothing. We won't smoke. Brillo, you said everybody trash and power. We can both say that about every character. So that argument, in my opinion, is convoluted. Okay. You're trying to bait me, Brillo. And I'm not doing it on this Sunday morning. Okay. EJ, you said, Brillo, you can't debate Tariq because you're a little bit biased. EJ, just a quick correction. He's a big bias. Okay. He's big bias towards Tariq. I love you though, but you ride hard for your grandson, but sometimes you call him out sometimes. Exactly. You know, Brillo, you be inconsistent with your saying sometimes. Support Gaming said, you had a rewrite idea in your head for Power Season 6 where Tariq meets the Tejada family way earlier. Braden family has mob ties. Kane is Mecca's son instead of Zeke. That's juicy. You said Brady's motivation in the game would be way different. He would be selling because his family is going broke. His pops gets killed by the Italian mommy. I would appreciate that a little more, like the fact that you would need to sell drugs, not just doing it because you want to rush, because you can't get to the nearest roller coaster. I'm just saying. HFG said it's not a weak argument. Some people act like they're so personally betrayed by Effie, but are so forgiving about others. That's all I'm trying to say, HFG. That's all I'm trying to say. Jacoby said Effie shouldn't have shot her. I don't care how many times she tried to dump that body. Yeah, I feel like it was hella risky. Maybe she was just trying to find another way. I don't know. Candy Love, you said GPA Brills, Grandpa Brills definitely rides for his grandbaby. Yeah, he definitely does. And I ain't mad at it. But y'all, I appreciate y'all coming through. It's 49 up in y'all, 49 of y'all up in here, actually 51. So please support your girl. Please like this video, share this video. If you are not subscribed, please. If y'all don't realize, with content creators, we see the stats, okay? And honestly, and not just me, most, like the biggest of the content creators, they also mentioned like, hey, approximately 50% of the people that watch their content are not subscribed. So I hope that is not the case, okay? I pray that is not the case. So I pray that at least 40 of y'all are subscribed to my channel. I just hope that, you know what I'm saying? Like, support your girl. I appreciate it. I appreciate chopping up with y'all, talking about these shows. Catch me on Wednesday at 8:15. I'll be doing kind of like a farewell to Snowfall, just discussing, you know, the show and how it affects us, the culture. You know, just reminisce a little bit because, you know, that was one of my favorite shows. Of course, you know, still doing Bel Air reviews. I'll be dropping the most recent episode 8, in the next couple of days. And of course, I got movie reviews and some other things up in the work. So please rock with your girl. We always try to have fun in the trap. I'm just saying, I appreciate it, EJ. Please check her out as well. She does a lot of the Tyler Perry stuff in addition to, you know, the bang, bang, shoot 'em up. So if y'all into that, please check her out. Brillo. Thank you, HEA. Yes, we do like who we like, Brillo, but we also have to make sure we are consistent in holding people accountable as well. Okay, keep that same energy. Okay. Yes, Candy. I keep the receipts and the timestamps. I try. I have to be consistent and thorough. Okay. HFG, you said great review. I'm glad. I appreciate it. I'm glad you caught it too. I try to be here every every Sunday at 11. I may change that for Mother's Day because I got a massage schedule, child, and I cannot miss that. So I may have that review, whatever week that is. I don't know, that may be the finale week. I don't know. I may have to do that on Saturday, but we'll see. Always check the community tab for any updates. I like to keep y'all as updated as possible. But I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend and have a great work week. Toodles.